cities in America with the highest gun violence and their impact, and they're all blue. And then we hear about this thing called Bidenomics. I mean, is that a joke? It's got to be a joke. Let's call it what it is. It's socialism Bidenomics. That's what it is. That's what it really is. And they claim they want to make us equal. They do. They want to make us equally poor, equally miserable, equally destitute, equally desperate, which is why so many people are trying to get into this country, right? They're poor, and the Chinese and their own socialist governments are imposing poverty on them. And so, of course, many of them want to come to the greatest country on the planet. In Miami, we built a Republican majority, understanding that the year before I got elected, Miami-Dade County went plus 30 for Hillary Clinton. I got elected in 2017. In 2016, it went plus 30 for Hillary Clinton. Okay? One person that likes that? Okay. What I'm going to say is I was elected by 85% in 2017. And in 2021, I was reelected by 80%. And in 2022, Miami-Dade County went 10% for Republicans. That's a 40-point swing. 4-0. 4-0. No one has a record like that. And how did we do it? What did we do? It was simple. It wasn't hard. We stuck to three things. We kept taxes low. Shocker. Okay? I reduced taxes to the lowest level ever. And what do you think happened? We grew by 12%. That's 3 times more than the state of Florida, and that's 6 times more than the United States. We grew by 12% because we kept taxes low. What else did we do? Something the federal government is incapable of doing. We balanced our budget. Shocking proposition. When I was elected to the council in 2000, I already forgot about my notes. When I was elected to the council in 2009, I'm going with it. We were on the verge of bankruptcy. We had $15 million in reserves. Today, we have $200 million in reserves. We have annual surpluses. And in the midst of the debt crisis, as the federal government was deciding for us to get into more debt, which is insane, okay, in the middle of that, we got upgraded by Standard & Poor's as having the best credit rating in the history of our government. And I'll promise you this, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you this, the courage and the skill set that it takes to balance a budget. And I would tell you this, as you look at the candidates for president, I would urge you to ask the question, one question. Which one of you have ever cut a public sector budget? Think about it. Think about that question. Which candidate has ever cut a public sector budget? I'm not sure, I can't speak for the other ones, but I can tell you I have. I cut it by 20%, 2-0. Does anybody know how out of balance the federal budget is right now as a percentage of the whole? Take a wild guess. 20%. The difference between the revenue that we take in and the money that we spend is exactly 20%. We need to have the courage. We need to have the skills to get away from this fiscal insanity that we're living. We are passing this debt on to our children. As the senator said, he has 3 kids. I have 2, a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old. And I am scared to death of the world that they are going to inherit. I don't want them to inherit a world where China is the lone superpower. Do you? No. I don't want them to inherit a world where we are mortgaged our future. Do you? No. I don't want them to inherit a world where they're paying the vast majority of the money they make in taxes. Do you? No. Why is Miami winning? Why do we have... What's that? We did take back the school system, and I created a tech charter school because I believe in school choice. And I believe in disrupting and giving people opportunities in all our communities. Of course. I've been blessed to be married for 16 years. All my siblings are married. And my parents have been married for 47, so it's been very much a blessing for all of us. And I will agree with one of the other candidates. I said this: the family unit is the essential governing unit of our society. I agree with that. And I'm not afraid to say that I agree with someone. You know, we're living in a political world where we get up here and we're always trying to fight with each other or create contrast. There's no contrast. We all believe a lot of the same things, okay? The key is, how do we execute? How do we accomplish them? How do we create a future that's beneficial for you and your children? That's my focus. That's the only reason why I'm running. Whether I have a chance or don't have a chance, dale! I'm doing it because I love this country. I'm doing it because I feel an enormous debt to this country. I'm doing it because I love my children and I'm concerned about their future. And what I like is an opportunity to keep having this conversation. So what I'm asking all of you, first of all, you've been super great and very attentive, and thank you for wolfing out the hecklers on my behalf. Thank you. What I'm asking you is to please visit my website, francissuarez.com. Consider, this is not an endorsement. I'm not asking you to endorse me. I'm not asking you to vote for me, even at this point. Consider making a $1 donation. And it's important because I'm not going to get on the debate stage. I'm not going to have an opportunity to keep having this conversation unless I have your support in the form of that contribution. And by the way, we are doing some gimmicks like a lot of other candidacies, particularly since I just got in 3 weeks ago into the race. And one of the gimmicks is that I don't know if you guys have heard of this person, Lionel Messi. You guys ever heard of Lionel Messi? Well, we just acquired Lionel Messi in Miami. By the way, I would argue, and again, this goes to my qualifications, that we did the best sports deal in America. Do you know how much public sector money we gave to the Inter Miami soccer team to build their stadium? Take a guess. The exact number that's right here. Tell me I have zero time. Zero. Right? Buffalo gave $1.4 billion. Tennessee gave $1.2 billion. And I think Nevada is giving like $1 billion or something like that. We gave zero. We're going to make $2 billion. And so if anyone who wants to see him play his first game, I think it's July 21st, we have, what's that? Just give $1, Venmo, to @Suarez 2024. Consider that contribution, and we're also going to be giving away 2 free tickets to see him on the front row. So thank you. Yes, we got one Messi fan here.